What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos. Hit that Cash App as well. $ BJ Matthews. PayPal at Broderick Masters. You know what I'm saying? Also, we got super stickers and super comments available. If you guys would like to donate and send y'all love to the podcast by the comment section, y'all can do so as well. Let's get it going. All right, man. So here we are. Uh, we are nighttime right now. It is officially 10:50 p.m. West Coast time, Cali time, and I'm up making this video for y'all because I try to be very I guess you want to say level-headed, cordial, respectful, turn the other cheek. No, you know what I'm saying? Basically just all the things that kind of, comes into, what I'm saying, being the bigger person. But it's too many there's too many alter distractions, there's too many alter obstacles where it's making it very tough for me to just turn the other cheek. So that's why I'm up here tonight doing this video for you guys that will be dropping in the morning. And I'm pretty sure you guys will find this video very, very interesting. But nonetheless, we went live. Shout out to my man, me and my boy Rick Masters went live this morning. And we talked about, a couple of things. We talked about the Miami Heat. We talked about the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics series. Or I'm sorry, the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks series, which was a great topic. Jimmy Butler is that guy. And we also spoke about the Warriors and the Lakers. Now, I had some things that I felt like, were very, 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 obscene, very, very eye-opening, which a lot of people, not just myself, that looked into it and say, this is not just, where I'm looking at it, it's a lot of other people who actually have the same concerns, right, about this Warriors and Lakers series. And let me just let y'all know, man, like every time I say something, when I try to say something, I always try to bring out some type of facts, because I feel like too much in the YouTube community and too many of these podcasters come out here with all these narratives, not enough evidence to really back up what they're really saying. So that's why I put all these screenshots and pictures up for you guys and visuals to actually see, like, evidence. I want y'all to actually see on the screen for yourself, so y'all know, BJ, if you don't agree with it, then you guys can at least see that I'm actually pulling out information to back up my statement. Now, if I get something wrong, because no one's perfect, please correct me. Please tell me. Please let me know. It's like, hey, BJ, that's wrong. That's not correct. And you definitely look into it. If I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. But there's a certain fan base that, for whatever reason, can never admit the obvious, can never admit when their guy's wrong, can never admit that they are on the side of rigging and cheating. Now, I said this Warriors and Lakers series, for me, last night was a game that was favoring the Lakers very heavily. And I put into timestamps when it started happening. In the second quarter, when the Warriors were up by 11, I think 43-31. When the Warriors were starting to pull away from the Lakers, I started seeing there was a number of fouls being called at a short period of time. And I saw that there was a way for the Lakers to get back into the game, that the referees that were helping, that shouldn't have to help them, because I feel like the game was going fine, and that they gave the Lakers the opportunity to actually fight for themselves, they would have got back in the game. But then again, who knows? Warriors might have, pulled away. Either or, the referee shouldn't be determining playoff games. And that was my whole thing. I'm not a Warriors fan. I'm not a Warriors fanatic. You all know that my team is the Clippers. So I don't have no team that I'm just pulling for 100% to be doing stuff like this. Now, I put a post on my Facebook. If y'all have not gone to my Facebook, it's BJ Matthews, as y'all can see right there. And this video is going to be titled the most delusional fan base in NBA history. And the fan base I'm talking about is the LeBron James fan base. You guys can, if y'all are LeBron James fanatics, you might want to get off my video right now because I'm going to really expose a LeBron James fanatic. Um, because I'm tired of the double standards. I'm tired of the, a person, he gets all these excuses, all these passes when other great players didn't get this. Now, what I've noticed about LeBron James fans is, or any fan base, period, like I've told y'all before, a fan base is based off of your favorite player. So my favorite player is Kobe Bryant of all time, right? Kobe Bryant is my favorite player because basically he has a very hard work ethic. He has a very extremely hard work ethic and a person that does not quit, does not, take no for an answer, does not, give in easily. That's how I live my life. I have a very, very hard work ethic, blue collar work ethic, and I do not take no for an answer for opportunities. That's me. I put a lot of time in quality time. Me and my partner Rick have the same mentality. Kobe Bryant's our favorite player. We have a lot of the same mentality, same methods, right? A person like Steph Curry, their favorite player can be somebody that, is maybe miniature, maybe a person that's not blessed with the physical gifts that use their skill sets, their dribbling and their shooting to, I guess you could say, be great. So it kind of just goes back to what your favorite player is and what their habits are and what they do. That's who their fan base usually, conspires of. Right? LeBron James, top 5 player again. Like I keep saying, continuously say, will continue to say, leading scorer of all time. Probably the most gifted player in NBA history next to Wilt Chamberlain. Statistics wise, he's top of the chart. Like I said, with Wilt Chamberlain. 4 finals MVPs and 4 MVPs. 18 time, or I think 19 time All-Star. So he's been basically blessed with a lot of accomplishments throughout his entire NBA career. Probably has the best resume behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan of all time, in my opinion. Right? See how I can give LeBron James credit without taking away from him because I'm a hooper first, basketball fan second. But LeBron James fans, for whatever reason, cannot give anybody else credit. They cannot admit when their guy is being in a position where they're not able to succeed. And, at this point, the way I see it, I think it's time to really expose a lot of these LeBron James fanatics because they have nobody. They want you to have respect for them, their favorite guy in them, but they don't have respect for nobody else. And that's kind of serious behind LeBron James. He's the only fan base that constantly disrespects other Pantheon greats to uplift himself. Saying things that, that made me the best player of all time in 2018 or 2016 when he won the NBA championship. No other player has came out and made it and called himself the best player of all time. Jordan didn't do it. Kobe didn't do it. Magic Johnson didn't do it. Larry Bird didn't do it. Stephen Curry ain't did it. All these Pantheon greats before LeBron James or in his class never called himself the greatest player of all time. So some people may call that confidence. I call it, when it comes to him trying to set himself up to have that title without even actually having to earn it. Right? But nonetheless, let's move on. I spoke about this yesterday and I said that the Lakers were able to capitalize on a lot of calls that were going against the Warriors. I felt like the team, the referees had a hand in yesterday's game. And I feel like they gave the game to the Lakers, right? So I put in my Facebook post. I said I watched the game last night. The free throw difference discrepancy between the Warriors and Lakers is something I will be watching the rest of the series because a 20 free throw difference is simply trash basketball. Game 1, I thought the Lakers were more aggressive, so they deserved the calls. Game 3, they were just giving the calls to the Lakers. Man, let these guys play. All right. So that was my opening statement. Straight to the point, very simple, not too long, very at a good length. And then right under it, I posted the free throw difference between the Lakers and the Warriors. The left side is the Warriors, the right side is the Lakers. They get 17 free throws, the Warriors, and 37 for the Lakers. Now, I want people to understand something. It's not the fact that the free throws are the problem, as much as when the free throws happen at the pace that was happening, and the fact that the matter is that the fouls that are being called were very, very ticky tack fouls. And when you have a series that you're going that's very high intense, when you start giving calls to one team and not to the other, when one team's able to be physical and the other team is not, you're changing momentum of the game. You're making it harder for the opposing team to even have a chance to even compete in the game, right? Now I understand home court advantage is a real thing, but this ain't just been one game with the Lakers. This has happened throughout the entire season, in my opinion, since LeBron James, that famous game in Boston where he got his arm grabbed by Jason Tatum. They didn't call a foul. Since that point, the Lakers have been running away with free throw differences between different teams. Whether LeBron James is playing, whether Anthony Davis was playing, they've been able to benefit for fouls being called on their side. Don't believe me? Go and look at the statistics from January, I think 28th until um, up until this point. All right. Now, I had a person, one of my friends, my Facebook friends, who came on and spoke about this and said that, he's a Laker fan. He's more of a LeBron fanatic. He loves LeBron. What I'm saying, favorite player, all that stuff. The typical LeBron fan, right? And for people who coming in, hit the like button. This video is not live. Like I said, I'm doing most of these videos during the week pre-recorded, so this is not a live video. But nonetheless, it's being posted right now in the morning. But we went on a back and forth because I said something that apparently, he didn't agree with, and he always jumps on my statuses when I talk about the Lakers or I talk about LeBron. I talk about all teams in the league, but he always jumps on when I talk about the LeBron and Lakers. A lot of these LeBron fanatics they just watch LeBron. They don't even watch the league. They don't even watch the league. They just watch LeBron. And you can just tell by basically their comments. And you guys are going to see it right now. So I blocked his name off because I'm not going to, tell his name to y'all, all that. So I'm just going to block his name out so y'all can look at the comments. So he said the foul shooting was equal. Warriors will still lose by 14, so let's not blame it on that. So he's pretty much saying that the fact that the Warriors did not make the same amount of free throws as the Lakers is the reason why the free throws doesn't count, or the free throws are not important, right? So that's what he said. Okay, fair. I responded with, where did I say it has to be equal? I said the Lakers heavily favored the game heavily favored the Lakers, allowing one team to be aggressive and the other team to not. Call the game fairly. Simple. Right? I never said that the game has to be equal. The game is predicated on how you play. If you attack the rim and you getting fouls and you earn them, I got nothing to say. That's why I said after game one, I had no problems with the free throw discrepancy being 29-6, because I thought the Lakers were more aggressive getting to the line, and also the statistics proved it. Right? How do I know that? I look at the points in the paint, the fouls called, and the free throw discrepancy. The Lakers had 54 points in the paint to the Warriors 28. This is game one. They had 54 points in the paint to the Warriors 28. That game was predicated on the Warriors shooting outside shots to the Lakers trying to get to the basket. We all saw it. We all knew it. We all, observed it. Anthony Davis was dominating the post. LeBron James was taking his cracks in the post as well. Stuck to the game plan, won the game, got no complaints from me. The fouls favored the Lakers, but it was at a acceptable rate. 12-24 is acceptable because it supports the points in the paint. If you're gonna get fouls called, then it's gonna reflect the points in the paint and the free throws. So that's why I said it's not really a big deal that the Lakers got the benefit of the whistle, because they were being the more aggressive team. That was not the case yesterday. That's why I went on the rant this morning about what was happening in this series, and I will continue to watch from here on out. I said, what do I say? It has to be equal. I said the game is heavily favored the Lakers. Now, as y'all can see, those statistics in game one, they heavily favored the Lakers. Now I'm gonna show y'all game three, and I'm gonna show you a few differences. Number one, the points in the paint were pretty much the same, 44 to 46. The personal fouls were the same, 22 to 21. But the free throws was a 20 wide gap. Right? So how do you have literally the same amount of fouls called, but yet you have a 20-point gap discrepancy? Again, I'm gonna ask there's only four ways you can get to the line. That's a non-shooting foul, a shooting foul, a technical foul, or a flagrant foul. Those are the only four ways you can get to the basket. So again, I ask, if you have this, because people say the Warriors foul a lot, how do you still have the same amount of fouls, 22 to 21, but then the free throws are so different, 30 by 20 free throws? Where's all these free throws coming from for the Lakers? I want y'all to think about that, right? So he said, I'm just saying, if it was Golden State, don't put themselves in a position to be aggressive because they shoot too many jumpers, bro. They were bottom in the league in free throw attempts for a reason versus a team that doesn't shoot at all, that solely relies on getting to the bucket. Right? So basically the first thing that he said that I knocked down, he said that the Warriors don't attack the basket. Right? So we're about to debunk that right now. That was basically his comment. Hold on. Let's see. All right, so yeah, basically, like I said, they said that the team wasn't being aggressive. Well, and from what I see from the game yesterday, they looked like they had points in the paint to me. That's part of being aggressive. That's you going to the basket. This guy just said that they weren't being aggressive. As y'all can see, what do y'all see on the screen? Y'all see 44 to 46. So that tells me they were going to the basket. They were attacking the paint. I'm watching the game yesterday. They were attacking the basket. They were trying to score inside. Right? So what he said was just cap. And he's going basically on the casual argument that the Warriors don't attack the basket because they shoot so many threes and they're so good at it. They act like they don't attack the basket whatsoever. The Warriors, Steph Curry is one of the best finishing guards in the league, believe it or not. Andrew Wiggins attacks the basket. Kevon Looney gets rebounds and puts a lot of putbacks by the basket. Right? You only need three players to, put pressure on a team to get fouls called. There's only two guys on the Lakers that really put that amount of pressure, and that's LeBron, AD. Dennis Schroeder to an extent as well. But nobody's really even attacking the rim just like that to get fouls. So once I knocked that lie down, he said about the turnover. He said the Warriors returned the ball over too much, and that's why they lost the way they did. That was his next excuse. Right? So he said, so again, the Warriors turned the ball over. I feel like that's sloppy basketball. They cannot do that, but that doesn't determine the Warriors losing by 30 points. It's called getting your momentum back. You play sloppy at a certain point in the game, you start getting a rhythm back towards this next part of the game. They did it in game two. They had 15 turnovers to the Lakers 9 in game two. So if you're telling me turnovers was the reason why the Warriors lost, or one of the reasons why, then why did they have that excuse in game two? What changed in game two? All they did was just basically make 3-point shots to get themselves back in the game. The game is a game of runs at the end of the day. So if you turn the ball over, you have to at least the referees have to give at least a chance for the team to at least get themselves together and get back in the game. They did not do that yesterday. They were overhyped on that whistle, and they were taking momentum out the game to the point where the Warriors, I'll just pretty much go in and say, lost their composure because they were so focused on fouls being called on them, they weren't able to focus on their game style and their game plan. Hit the like button, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the share, hit the subscribe. So once I knocked that down, I said the Warriors turned the ball over more than the Lakers in game two, still won by 27 points. Try again. He goes to another excuse, right? Again, that's two times he's lied. He said the Warriors don't attack the rim. When I showed in game three yesterday that they did attack the rim and had the same amount of points in the paint um, than the Lakers, 44 to 46. That's not a big enough discrepancy to have that many free throws. So once I knocked that down, he goes from the turnovers. He said, well, they turned the ball over. That's why the Lakers got the upper hand. I said, no, because the turnovers are not enough to get the Warriors out the game by 30 points. Game two, they had more turnovers than the Lakers, and they still was able to win by 27 because they were at least able to, um, combat it with their offense. But let's go into the next excuse he has. He said, when you're help 30, you are what helps. This nigga can't even spell. 33 in 3 pointers, that'll help. So he's saying basically the 3-point shooting is what helped him. Okay, I agree. The 3-point shooting, that's what they do. They shoot threes. He said, like, quit making excuses. Quit looking for excuses, bro. Lakers were better. They won this game, period. That deep bench you claim that the Warriors got didn't show up. And also this has to have those fluke games like Michael Green had game two. Them boys ain't losing because of free throws, so stop. So this is the trick a lot of LeBron fans do, and this is the trick that people who do not watch the entire NBA do. They want to try to silence you and say, well, that's pretty much, it, man. There's no real reason. There's stop the conspiracy theory. And like I told you, I don't do conspiracy theories. I do facts and figures, and I pay attention to signals and signs. I go through every instance and instance known so I can make sure when I have discussions like these, I'm fully equipped and fully zipped up. Right? So he says that the deep bench I claim to got. So what I said to this dude, I said the Warriors have a better bench, they have a better team. They're more experienced and they're more seasoned. The Lakers bench is what? Dennis Schroeder, Rui Hachimura, Wyndon Gabriel, Lonnie Walker, just yesterday. Troy Brown from time to time, but they're going 8 or 9 deep. To the Warriors bench, which is Jordan Poole, who's been struggling like hell, but I still take him over any player on the Lakers bench. He's just not playing well right now. Jordan Poole, Dante DiVincenzo, who has a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks, who has played in playoff series before. Gary Payton II, another key contributor to the Warriors, did not particularly play well yesterday. No one really played well yesterday, to be quite honest with you. Right, GP, and then you got Moses Moody, who's 21 years old. He's the worst one. But I feel like the Warriors have a better starting five. They have a better backcourt, and they have a better backcourt with Steph and Clay to D'Lo and Austin Reeves. Then you got Andrew Wiggins to LeBron. We know LeBron clears Andrew Wiggins, but it's not by a whole lot. Then you got Draymond Green and Jared Vanderbilt. I'll take Draymond Green. Then you got Then you got Anthony Davis and Kevon Looney. I'll take Anthony Davis. Then you got Steve Kerr and you got Darvin Ham. I'll take Steve Kerr. So the system mixed in with the starting five, mixed in with the bench, I will go with the Warriors. They're not playing like it right now, but I'll still go with the Warriors based off their championship DNA. So when he says it's a fluke bench, so what does that make the Lakers? See, another thing too, people keep speaking about the Lakers got so much better after the trade deadline. I've already explained this before. The Lakers have probably the most easiest schedule in the NBA after the trade deadline. So I'll give them credit for, capitalizing and after All-Star break. But a lot of the games that people say they got the number one defense and all this stuff was against teams that were not a very good, good teams. Right? So again, people can't just say a casual argument or casual take to me and take it as bond. They just can't do it, man. So after he said what he said the free throws Ain't lose because of the free throws, so stop. I didn't say just because of the free throws. A number of things that I'm saying. It's not even just the free throws. All right. So I responded. I got started getting irritated. So I said, "You're not a Lakers fan. You're a LeBron fan." So basically, a lot of these fans who are LeBron James fanatics want to sit there and try to add themselves to the Lakers. Now, I know LeBron plays for the Lakers, but there's a difference between, to me, a Laker fan and a LeBron fan. See, a Laker fan will, from what I've seen, at least they'll be a little bit more logical when it comes with the, what I'm saying, the questionable calls and all the nonsense. The LeBron fan will just sit up all day and night defending the defending LeBron no matter what. Now you might say, well, BJ, there's other people who have, their favorite players. What about them? The LeBron James fan base, to me, is the only fan base that sits up there and puts down other players to try to up his own stock. Jordan, Kobe, Steph, KD, Kawhi, whoever the player is, I've never seen this amount of, I won't even say, I'm not gonna say. I feel like, again, that LeBron James fanatics always try to find a way to make him relevant, and that's the difference between a LeBron and a Laker fan. So I made it clear. I said, you're not even a Laker fan. You're a LeBron fan. You just keep jumping from one lie to the next. I already knocked down 2 lies he said. You just said the Golden State doesn't attack the rim. Then I put up the numbers. You want to go to free throws made. Just be honest and say the game was called one-sided. Period. The momentum shifted when Golden State was up 11 in the second quarter. All this other nonsense you were talking about because you can't make a point other than someone always is hating. And that's what all LeBron fans do. Every time you make a point, every time you make any type of conscious effort to make them understand what you're trying to say, they'll still say that you're hating. It's even if it's a truthful statement, they'll still say you're hating. Craziest shit ever. He said, nah, because you're trying to make it seem like they only won because of fouls. And you were a Spurs fan at one time, right? LOL. And somehow you went from there to Toronto to LA, but that neither here or there. See, first of all, actually, I'm a Clipper fan for sure. I'm actually a Clipper fan when they had Lou Williams and Patrick Beverley. I've always loved Kawhi, but I was a Clipper fan before Kawhi even got there. Kawhi and PG just getting there just superseded my love for the Clippers. But I know the whole team. You know what I'm saying? I love Ivica Zubac. I love Terrence Mann. I love Russell Westbrook. I love Paul George. I love, Robert Covington, Nicholas Batum, even Marcus Morris, who, has been struggling. I still love him. I loved all the players before. I loved Reggie Jackson, Isaiah Hartenstein. I love Norman Powell. He's from San Diego, where I'm from. Amir Coffey, Brandon Boston, Muya Diabate. You know what I'm saying? I know the entire team, the front office, Steve Ballmer, Lawrence Frank, Michael Winger, Jerry West, Ty Lue coach. You know what I'm saying? Dante Jones, who's assistant coach, Coach Chad Bell, one of the personal trainers for the Clippers. So I know the whole damn Clipper team. But again, once you start hitting their ass with facts, then they want to sit up there and try to reach for whatever straws they can, even if it's not accurate. I was never just a Kawhi fan when it came to Clipper. I've always been a Clipper fan. Right? Now let's go to the next one. I said, you mean call the game fairly helps. I'm saying this one more time. The game was in the Warriors' hands in the second quarter when they were up 42-31, pulling away. When they're that's all of hold on. I don't know why I said Dallas piled up. I was meant to say turnovers piled up. I'm literally answering every free throws piled up. I'm literally answering every question you throw out. That's not an excuse. There's a reason why I had nothing to say for game one, because the Lakers attacked the rim in game one and deserved those calls. The Warriors didn't. Quit being those calls. Quit being a fanboy because you are in love with LeBron and evaluate the game for once. See, and this what really kind of stirred it up, because I was on my last page. I don't have the patience for these LeBron fanatics anymore. They sit up there and they keep beating around the bush. You have to pretty much hit them where it hurts, because if not, they're gonna keep tiptoeing, not giving you any real responses, any real action back. So I had to hit him where it was. I had to call him the fanboy, and I said, quit being a fanboy and actually evaluate the game. Right? Then here comes the next one. The one below. He said, nigga, I am evaluating the game. I ain't say shit about LeBron not one time. To say they lost because of foul calls is ridiculous. And the way you be on Kawhi's nuts, nigga, don't ever call me a fanboy. Foul calls were pretty much even in the game too, 22-20. See, this is when he cooked himself. See, now he got so in his emotions, like I wanted him to get, because I know he's gonna say something stupid. He said, I'm evaluating the game. I ain't say shit about LeBron not one time. Well, you don't have to, because it always goes back to LeBron for you LeBron fanatics. You guys can never talk about the team. Everything is him. You're only a Laker fan because LeBron is there. You can't name the 12 people on the roster. You cannot name the front office. You can't name the assistant coach. You can't do anything that you actually support. You're a Laker fan. And as much as you say I'm on Kawhi's nuts, I actually cooked Kawhi when he was on the low management. I've cooked Kawhi in the past. I've given LeBron credit. When he had the scoring title, he passed it. I made a whole post about LeBron. I said I defended LeBron when he got fouled by Jason Tatum in that game in Boston. Right? So again, I'm a basketball fan first, team fan second. I love the game first because I'm a player. And when I see that there's some BS going on, I'm going to say it out. Now, this dude got so in his feelings, like I wanted him to get. He said foul calls are pretty much even in the game too, 22-21. So let's go back to what, because this is the only thing he said that was true. He said the fouls were even. Y'all look at the last 9, 22-21. Now, this is where we have to get to a point where I'm just going to hit the nail in the coffin. Y'all see that 22-21 for it favored the Lakers. They have one less foul, but they have 20 free throws. Now listen to what I said in response. I said, you just cooked yourself again. If the foul calls were even, how the hell is the free throw difference that wide? That don't even make any sense, smart guy. But you know what? The Warriors didn't deserve to win because they got sloppy in the second quarter. It's no denying that the game was poorly officiated, which is the same point I've been saying the whole time. The game was poorly officiated, period. You didn't have to bring LeBron up. It always goes back to him. That's the whole reason you're a Laker fan. And I actually get on Kawhi even with the low management. Unlike you, don't keep the same thing with LeBron at all. You all keep capping for this nigga. And a lot of them do. They will constantly, continuously cap, lie, until they get backed into a corner. Now, I'm going to go back to this last thing. I'm going to let y'all, have your own analysis for yourself. So again, the game was one. I look at three things. I look at the points in the paint to see how aggressive a team is, personal fouls, and also free throws. That's a three-head correlation. So we see the Warriors and Lakers both have the same amount of points in the paint. We see that the Lakers have one less foul than the Warriors. Okay. If that's true, how in the hell does the Lakers have 37 free throws to the Warriors 17? That's my only question. I want somebody to answer that. You can only get to the line 4 ways: either a non-shooting foul, a shooting foul, a technical foul, or a flagrant foul. That's the only 4 ways you can get to the free throw line, or a delay of game. That's it. There's no other way to get to the line. So where are these other free throws coming from the Lakers if they're not getting fouls? I'll tell you how. Yesterday, there was technical fouls called on Draymond Green and JaMychal Green. There was ticky-tack fouls called on Klay Thompson for hooking, even when Austin Reeves does the exact same thing. There was charging fouls called on Draymond Green. or blocking fouls called on Draymond Green. Racking up fouls very quickly. I said this yesterday. I said they tried very hard to get Draymond out the game very quickly because they knew after game 2 that Draymond Green was actually a person that can guard Anthony Davis somewhat. I'm not saying for the entire series, but he was able to at least hold his own against Anthony Davis. Kevon Looney could not. So when you have a discrepancy of 32-8 free throws at one time in the second quarter, dude, that is way too many free throws. That's way too much help. Like I said, for the people who do not believe me, go back and watch that second quarter when the Warriors up by 11 points, and y'all see how quickly those fouls racked up. How many times they stopped the momentum and had dead balls to the point where the Warriors got cold, sitting around, waiting for the free throws. You have to continuously let the game and the flow the game go. Just show me it. It's bad basketball when you constantly keep stopping and going, stopping and going, stopping and going. Like these plays, these are not fouls that are calls that should be happening at a frequent basis. And when I look at the whole playoffs, I've seen other blowout games. No other team is having that amount of a difference when it comes to free throws in these blowout games. Look at the Sixers and Celtics in game. I think this was game 2. The Celtics have 16 free throws to the Sixers 23, and the Sixers lost. You look at, see, you look at the Knicks and the Heat, game 3, 31 free throws for the Heat, 22 for the Knicks. The personal fouls, 22-25, very close. Right? The Heat was attacking the basket because y'all can see points in the paint belong to the Heat. So they got more of the whistle. You go to the Nuggets and the Suns. I think this was game 1. You saw that the Suns got more free throws because they had more points in the paint, but the personal fouls were very even. What I'm seeing that the only series is having so many different in the free throws is the Lakers and the Warriors. That's it. 37-17. That's a 20 free throw difference, man. That's a 20-point difference. Listen, at some point again, we're gonna have to really be paying attention to what's going on. Like I said, I'm gonna keep watching this series and see if there's anything else that's happening. The game is gonna be on tomorrow. I'll be definitely watching that game very closely. But last night was just utter BS, man. And we got to call a spade at some point. But respectfully say, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, put a live piece out of here like swimwear.